Hey, what's going on, everybody?
What's good, y'all?
Man, today we have a really good topic, but before we get to that, I would like to introduce a new guest. Not only just a regular guest, it's actually my cousin. And your name is, sir?
Pretty boy Mark.
Come on, bro, we ain't need all.
All jokes aside, yeah. But yeah, I'm family. Mark here, and I'm quite excited to be here today.
Yes, and ladies, he's single. And this is his normal voice. He does the smooth jazz voice at all
Yeah,
times.
sound
Yes,
like you would hear that 1
walks on the
o'clock in
beach
the
and all.
morning. You got the quiet storm.
Next up on the playlist.
I'm gonna give you some Isley Brothers, followed by some Temptations, and then Isaac Hayes.
Yes, sir. Black Moses for you.
Mhm. But up next we got the Isley Brothers with Voyage to Atlantis.
Yeah, man, that was a pretty damn good start off. But
How y'all doing today, though? Y'all good?
man, good. Even though today is a bit icy,
Yeah, slippery as hell out there, man.
dog.
My bad for the treacherous conditions.
Man, it was an adventure trying to get over this bitch.
You tell 'em.
Hey, I wanted to meet up yesterday to do some skits. I had like some people wanted to come over, but once I went out there and seen like all the ice, I was like, nah, I don't want nobody trying to sue me. I don't even know if you can sue me, but I don't want to take the risk. I'm poor already. So I can't afford to be in debt. You know what I'm saying?
Man, like, I ain't got no problems with it, bro. Like we stopped through when we need it.
Yeah. So today, I guess we're going to be talking about a great American, well, worldwide pastime in video games.
Yes, like something I'm very well versed in.
Are you guys gamers?
Dude, don't like.
I mean,
That's like asking it. Like, is the sky blue? Like,
I
do
wouldn't-
we breathe air?
I'm not sure if I can call myself a gamer. I play games, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a person that use a can of paint, a painter.
Okay, well,
Now you want to get philosophical and shit.
philosophical on it.
Yeah,
You know. Anyways, do you guys play video games?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, bro.
All right, so casual, expert. What is levels to this?
Man, is it a level past grandmaster?
Okay, well, we got a avid gamer here.
I'm
sounds
definitely a
like.
dude that just like to start out on a normal level first.
Okay, well, casual
Yeah.
gamer.
I'm one of the dudes and shit. Like I'm gonna go through like almost every single last difficulty level and shit.
Yeah, I'm not that dude.
Yeah,
I might get up to expert, but I'm super expert.
man, I remember when Call of Duty came out and shit. Like when I was playing that shit, I would play it on. I was trying to play through like the whole thing like normal, and then I'll jump into veteran and then
Oh,
beat the whole
yeah.
game on that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was one of them.
That's probably the only game I might can't beat on the extra hard mode. But nothing else, I'll show you that.
I mean, I tried it with majority of my games and shit. I just I want a challenge and shit.
Yeah, I would just say it probably varies. You know, it depends on what it is that I'm playing, and you know, if it gets fun enough, I probably going on like hellacious modes.
Man, cause I be playing games. I be playing games like Dark Souls and shit. Like you don't get like tougher than that in some cases. Like people who actually call that like some of the hardest games that you can actually play.
So do you guys remember the first video game you ever played?
Sheesh.
I'll probably say mine would probably be Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
I never heard of that.
Yeah,
Neither have I.
that's
What's
back.
that?
That was on Super Nintendo.
Oh wow.
I mean, I had the Super Nintendo, but I ain't never
my
heard of
sister
that.
had one, but then I never heard of that. So what was it? Zombies Save the Neighbors?
Yeah, Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Basically, it was like two neighborhood kids wearing 3D glasses, and obviously there's zombies and everything else, but it was like portraying all the old school movies like Dracula and Wolfman and everything. It even had aliens and stuff like that. So it was different levels for different things, and it was always different challenges. But of course, like it was the two kids, a boy and a girl, going around shooting zombies and everything, killing everything with squirt guns. You
Okay.
know, and of course, you got to collect the neighbors and through every level that you go through. So yeah, it was definitely a cool old school game to play.
Okay. Mike, what was your?
Yeah.
What was your? That sounds cool, by the way. I could play something like that.
Man, my first game. I'm not too sure really, because I mean, I grew up like around video games, but it's just like hard to like really pinpoint what
Okay.
my first like real game was. But I think, like, you know what, I can probably go back and say that my first actual game that I was playing, like by myself, like with nobody, like just pretty much playing it in front of me and me watching. I think my first game was, little Mickey's Adventure, little game that came off of Super Nintendo.
Was that Castle of Illusion?
I'm not sure, but it was. I know I played the game. That bitch
Was it he running through the woods or something?
It was something like that.
Yeah, I played that too when I was young.
Yeah, I had that, but then I elevated, and then I jumped into which one was it? I jumped into Mortal Kombat, boy.
Okay.
Man.
And so what was it? Super Nintendo, you said?
Yes, sir. Super
Okay.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I was playing my Super Nintendo like it was no tomorrow, bro. I had like so many games on the joint. Like, I remember I had Killer Instinct the first Killer Instinct.
Okay.
The one with the black cartridge. Yeah.
Which was different because Super Nintendo was strictly cool gray.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was. But when I'm telling you, bro, like, I had so much fun with my Super Nintendo. Oh my goodness.
You know, to be honest, I actually still have mine.
I wish I still had.
Yeah,
I still play some
I
of the
actually
games.
gave mine away.
I'm afraid to touch it though, but I definitely still got it.
Where? Like, where's that?
It's sitting in a duffel bag somewhere in my closet. But I was just like, I wanted to save it for safekeeping in case it actually would be worth something. But yeah, I'm just like totally afraid to touch it.
Yeah, I wish I still had one. I still play.
I mean, I got my GameCube.
Yeah. Well, I got that too. I don't think I have anything for it, but I still have it around. I think the oldest system I actually still have that I have out and I would like avidly play is my 64.
That's wild.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it seems like we're Nintendo's gonna get a lot of love today.
Man, what?
My first game that I played was Sonic.
I mean, yeah, Sonic was.
Yeah.
That was one of the first games you can actually play as a kid. And shit. Like,
Yeah, was super trash at it, but
yeah.
Sega was like the only system that I never had the privilege of owning, not even Dreamcast.
oh yeah, no Segas,
Nah.
no Sega at all.
I definitely played on it because I had cousins that owned it, but I never had the privilege of actually owning it.
My sister had the Sega.
My sister had one too.
Yeah.
I didn't get my first game system until maybe like the Game Boy Color years later.
Nah, I got my shit with Super Nintendo.
Yeah,
I
my
got it when
sister
I was
had
6 years old.
My sister had one of those too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a way bigger Nintendo fan than I was Sega anyway.
Yeah. I mean, Sega was great, but they didn't bring you in like the Nintendo games did.
Yeah.
They had Donkey Kong,
Yeah.
like, which was fire on its own.
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah.
It was fire on its own. Then they had like then they
Zelda.
had Mortal Kombat. Sega
Yeah,
like
Mortal
really
Kombat.
didn't catch on to the Mortal Kombat.
Sega had a good Mortal Kombat. I think it was Mortal
I mean,
Kombat
but that
2.
was later though. They didn't get the first one. I don't think.
I think it was 2. I think it had 2 though.
Yeah.
The second one. But I mean, outside of like Sonic, I like Kid Chameleon.
I never got a chance to play that.
It's like a different version of like Sonic, so to speak. They're at this point they're all just adventure games, just with different.
I fucked with that Power Rangers game that came out
That was
on
dope.
Sega.
That
Oh
was dope.
yeah.
That fighting Power Rangers, that one was fire.
Yeah.
And they had the Tiny Toon Adventures game.
Yeah,
yeah,
Aladdin.
yeah,
I had
I
Aladdin.
remember
I think
that
my sister had Aladdin. I used to like that too. Sega had some decent games, but once I got a hold of Mario,
Yeah, it was pretty much curtains after
Yeah,
that.
that was it for me. Like it was just like, what? I don't even need that no more.
I
Like,
think the system that really got me sunken in though was like, and this is where I started feeling like I was the shit because I was like one of the first people to really own the very first PlayStation when it first came out.
okay.
And then that's where I really got sunk in. And I think, this actually came with the system. I started really getting big into Tekken.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah. That's Sony right there.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
So-
that totally changed my life.
Yeah, PlayStation.
So that was what, mid-90s?
Around like 96, 97.
Yeah, okay. It was starting
Man.
to be late 90s.
Yeah.
So you got into Tekken early.
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah, I didn't. What about you?
Dude, like I didn't get into Tekken because I didn't own a PlayStation.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
That was the thing. Like my cousins owned one though,
right.
and they was playing Tekken, Like they was playing games like they had I think they had Spyro, they had like Medieval,
Yeah, okay.
they had Tomb Raider, like it was cousins, like they had games.
Yeah.
Sony had like I ain't gonna lie to you, it had games.
Right.
It had some fire games.
Yeah. I guess when we were younger, we used to be in. It was Mortal Kombat, and of course, we can't forget Street Fighter. Fans of Street Fighter?
I mean, Street Fighter was
Okay.
it wasn't my cup of tea, but I mean I had the game though. I had it.
Yeah, it was decent though. Like some of the characters.
Well, yeah, I could say the same thing. I wasn't really too big into Street Fighter until I say when they made Capcom versus SNK.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's when it interested me a lot. Or well, whichever the one was, I can't remember the name exactly, but the ones that had Marvel, with
Versus
Spider-Man and
Capcom.
all that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. I like Street Fighter. I like Mortal Kombat more. I kind of feel like it's always been like that. Didn't get into Tekken until later on. At least not 97. You know.
Yeah,
what I'm
I mean,
saying?
I was into Tekken like in the '90s, but that was only because my cousins had it.
Right. All right. So what system did you have?
Like around that time period, Nintendo 64 was my go-to.
That was my first system.
Like that was my go-to. Like
first TV system.
listen, when I tell y'all they had the best multiplayer games you could ever have, Nintendo 64 had the goats. First and foremost.
Still to this day,
And wasn't it like the first system that had like the more than 2 controller?
Yeah,
Like, pieces
it had the
put in
4
4,
controller.
Yeah, put in 4.
Yeah, and then they really sold that too.
Yeah.
Mario Kart 64.
Yeah, because they had. I felt like they just had everything,
Yeah,
and then they had different kind of controllers. I had like a transparent, like
yeah, the transparent.
Yeah,
logo,
you
and
know
then
what I'm saying?
They had the Rumble Pack.
yeah,
They had
And,
everything.
Yeah, that was we was big on wrestling. Then, what was Super Mario World when he was like, what was it, Galaxy?
Oh no, that's not Gal. You talking about
Super Mario 64?
yeah,
something,
Super
something
Mario
like that.
64. That's the one you talking about.
Yeah, and just
They was the first people that incorporated the 3D world.
yeah. I mean, it's Nintendo, so
Yeah, they innovators.
shout out to them.
That like it was games like that just brought me in. Like I needed that.
Yeah.
But then when they introduced GoldenEye, oh my God.
Yeah,
that's
You
game over
talking
right
about
there,
a
man.
multiplayer game for your ass.
Yeah,
Man, that was like people are coming over specifically to play GoldenEye.
facts.
And if you trash, you getting off the sticks. It was at least like 6 or 7 people over your house at one time.
Definitely was rotating.
The person who died the most, you getting off the stick. Somebody else getting on.
Definitely rotating.
That's actually, just thinking about it now, that legitimately is the very first like Call of Duty right there.
Oh yeah,
It was. Like,
Yeah.
it beats out Call of Duty. Like I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Like,
especially the Call of Duties back then.
man. But even now, I think it's beating out some of them and shit.
Yeah, I wonder why they don't remaster like some of those old classics.
They probably don't have the license for it.
That's true. Go get it.
Yeah, I think that's probably why they got them little packages, especially like with Xbox. They got the little packages where you can do the little arcades and stuff like that. But of course, when you spending like the $30 a month or whatever, you still getting those very few games that you don't really get a chance to see.
Right.
So it's just like, you're kind of like forcing you to play by yourself. But I know, like Perfect Dark. I don't know if y'all heard of Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark
I
was
heard
the
of
game.
that. I
That
haven't
actually,
played it, but
I played the original version
On 64?
No, yeah, from 64. Yeah, I played it from 64, but then they brought it back for Xbox 360.
Yeah, I saw it.
and I was
I had it.
excited to have that.
Okay.
Yeah, I had that. Like both of them. Like the one for Xbox 360 and the one for for the Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
Like,
I
that
feel
was-
I feel like they should just go back and like anything that was wildly successful. People should go back and get those licenses and try to remake them just to see like what harm can it. I ain't saying like okay we sold a amount of this we consider that. I'm talking about shit that was like over the top. Like just
Yeah,
people still talk about GoldenEye to this day.
yeah, that is still a very talked about subject.
Yeah, so why not see like, oh, we just remastered this. I wonder what But gaming today is way different.
It is.
So we're gonna go back to the '90s though, because you said you had a PlayStation, me and you had 64s. Did I have Game Boys? I had a Game
Yep.
Boy.
Of course.
I
Cool.
borrowed. I had to borrow my big brother's all the time. I had to steal his.
Okay.
Man,
Were you on the Pokemon wave?
I know I definitely wasn't. I mean, I definitely gave it a shot. But I couldn't stay onto it, especially for Game Boy, and I didn't have the IQ to really stick to it. So, but I would say when I really got into Pokemon gaming for real was like Pokemon Stadium. Of course, I had Hey You Pikachu,
Okay.
Pokemon Snap, simple stuff like that.
Okay. You?
dude. Like again, man. Like asking me about Pokemon, like you shouldn't even have to ask. That was the game.
I mean, for the sake of the podcast, we gotta.
Man,
we gotta ask
I'm
that.
telling you, bro. Like I spent countless hours on Pokemon.
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching the TV show. I had a little booklet where they had all 150 Pokemon. They had the little moves they could learn.
Oh, okay.
Had what level they
Okay.
evolved and all of that. I learned the
What
whole
was that,
book from front to back.
The Game Informer? Or
No,
something
it wasn't
like that?
Game Informer. It was
Oh, it
actually
wasn't?
from it was from Nintendo. I bought it at one of the little book fairs.
Oh, okay.
But I used to
okay.
have at school.
Okay.
Dude, I'm telling you, I was a Pokemon head, bruh.
I was too.
Man.
I was super into
Like
Pokemon.
every episode, I had to watch every episode. There was no alternative. Like as soon as what time was it? Like maybe 5 o'clock. Doom 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 doom. I wanna be the very best. I'm sitting in the background with some cereal. I wanna be the best too.
Yeah, that was definitely a good wave. Had the Pokemon cards and all that. Had the fake little Pokédex.
Man,
You know.
man,
That's a good time.
that was one of the first like games that incorporated friendship. Really, like
Yeah.
with the link cables.
Yeah.
Like you had to have friends in order for you to trade for certain Pokemon, which I find being that's like one of the dumbest decisions ever. Because you shouldn't lock Pokemon behind trade walls. But that's just
That's why they do it, because they want people to interact.
man. I don't want to talk to nobody. I just want my Alakazam.
Yeah, I just want to fight. You know,
Exactly.
I had when we had Pokemon, I was in the area where it was a lot of us with Pokemon, so of course we were always fighting. So it was a good time.
But you
So
had to
that's all
have
we
trustworthy friends though.
wanted. Yeah, I mean, I had trustworthy friends.
Yeah, like hopefully he'll give you the Pokemon back when he gets it.
Oh yeah, it was never no situation where it's like if I felt any chance had to be taken, I just wouldn't do it. Unless I didn't care about the Pokemon.
Man, they locked some of the best Pokemon behind trade walls, bro.
A couple of them.
Alakazam,
He was one.
fucking Gengar,
Yeah, that was my favorite.
Machamp. Like, no,
I was
nigga,
big MVPs. Definitely, Charizard was my biggest one.
like Charizard was everyone's favorite. Like, yeah,
Not
so-
mine.
Well, that's because you like Venusaur.
Yeah, so I used to always thought of
Oh,
Bulbasaur.
so you're that guy.
I'm the Bulbasaur guy.
Yeah, he was that nigga. and shit.
Good strategy though.
It was a good strategy, but the problem is, and to me, it just was too easy.
How?
Cause you just gonna clean house from like the first couple of gyms, and then it's like it's no challenge.
Yeah, but I didn't want that challenge though. You pick Squirtle, you beat Brock, and then you go against Misty and shit.
But I picked Charizard, so I'm at a disadvantage. So that means I gotta work harder. So that means it's gonna make me feel better when I eventually do win.
I still feel good.
Bruh.
It ain't how you do it. It's the point that you do it.
Fuck. I ain't want to take the easy way out as a kid. I
Like
went
your
from I got my Charmander, I leveled him up, and eventually I'll get me some other Pokemon that know sand attack, and I'll keep attacking the. This was the strategy for everybody. I don't care about anybody. Like that's the strategy. You get a Pokemon that has sand attack, you get another one that knows like tackle or growl, keep level them up to a point where they good enough, and growl, and then sand attack, and then you can't the Geodude can't attack you, and then if it does attack, it don't hit you that hard. Do the same thing with the Onix.
All right, so outside of the starters, who was your favorite Pokemon?
Man, that's a tough one right there, bro.
Yeah, because everybody's favorite is normally a starter. So
Yeah, because I mean, if I want to go like anywhere, I'll say which Charizard, but it's just like it's difficult.
outside the starters.
Yeah, outside of the starters, like I really wish they would have made Dragonite look better, but that was actually one of my favorites.
Yeah, he was tough. Well, he was supposed to be more. Well,
Like,
the TV show, he was tough.
yeah, he was hella interesting in the TV show when they first introduced him at the lighthouse, and the thing was like
He
400 feet tall.
Yeah. But that would have been too easy because then he'd have been like the GOAT.
And Dragon Pokemon was kind of low key the goats in that though. Anyway,
Yeah, it was. Mine was Gengar.
well, that's obvious because you're one of those hypnosis dream eater types.
Yeah. Effective strategy.
I can definitely get down with the ghosts. You know, Haunter was mine for real.
Yeah, like Lavender Town. I felt like that was the
Well, Lavender Town, like they had one of the creepiest soundtracks.
Yeah, I was watching the skit on YouTube and somebody was using that too.
Hey,
The Lavender Town. Yep, the Lavender
man,
Town.
that was a very creepy soundtrack. When I heard it as a kid, I was like, "What the hell did I just walk into?"
The graveyard.
Exactly, and then you got to realize that you got to go up there and you fighting the ghost Pokemon inside of the little tower, and then you got to find the ghost of the Marowak.
Yeah,
And then, but when you first found it, you can't attack him, and then you try to attack him, like, oh, your Pokemon's too scared. Like, nigga, you fight ghost Pokemon all the time. Why are you scared of this one?
Right. Ain't technically it's not even a ghost. It's just Marowak. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, oh, it's scary because I can't see it. Like,
Yeah, when you grow up and you start to see all the flaws in the logic, like, why y'all? Yeah.
like you literally breathe fire. Why are you scared of something that vanishes?
That was good times. That was good times. So, I guess we could take it to the early. We had the 90s. We could take that to the early 2000s, where you said PlayStation, we said 64. So I'm guessing the next generation would be Dreamcast.
Yeah, I never owned a Dreamcast, bro.
I did before a little.
That's one thing I never owned. I never owned a Dreamcast.
Mine broke very fast. 6 months.
Wait, but honestly, before we jump into that, dude, can we give Sega? They you gotta give them props. They innovated. They brought that next gen graphic. Like they brought the next gen graphics to the Dreamcast, and that was a system that was ahead of its time.
Way ahead of its time.
Cause Sonic Adventure,
Oh yeah, loved
gorgeous game,
it. Loved it.
gorgeous game.
Loved it.
I mean, I didn't have the game, but I've seen people playing it.
I had
Like, cause my cousins had it.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know if they had it. Matter of fact, I think it was a friend of theirs brought it over. But I know I played it at their house,
it. Right.
and I was like, "This game is amazing. What is this?" But back then, like looking at the games that we have now, is nothing. It pales in comparison.
Oh yeah.
But it was a beautiful game, very well drawn,
Yeah, that
and
one.
well put together.
And of course, you had the iconic level that you played when you're running from the killer wheel and everything.
Yep.
So,
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was so many different
Yeah.
aspects to that game
Yeah.
that like it went overlooked because of how short-lived the game system was.
Yeah. I wish they would have put more work into making sure it was a quality system,
Yeah.
because I feel like ultimately that's a reason why Sega is still around, but as a brand, not a system. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So they still make games,
Yeah.
but they don't have that system.
Speaking of systems that really don't have much good quality, and I'm actually jumping ahead into the future right now.
Okay.
But have y'all heard about what KFC making a little system that's like warming your food?
Nah.
What
It's
the hell?
like it's the most bizarre shit that I've ever seen. But like now, it's like shaped like a KFC bucket, and supposedly it's to like hold your food and keep it warm while you play. And they're now legit trying to make something out of it. I forgot who else is making a system like that that's kind of relative to that. But yeah, now like I don't even think how that's actually gonna sit around long enough to do anything besides just warm your food. But like yeah, they're still making like these off the wall type of systems that really they're gonna charge a buttload of money for, and it's just gonna literally break within the first couple of months. Especially now that you're sticking food in it. Yeah, let a chicken wing, melt inside. That's it. Game over. You're not playing nothing.
Well, KFC doesn't have to worry about me. I can't remember the last time I ate that. Can't even make good chicken. Now they want to make accessories and
Yeah,
stuff.
we already talked about KFC before, bro.
Yeah.
But now like also I'm just still trying to think like who came up with the idea that food places was actually going to incorporate with game systems. Like even with Taco Bell was giving out game systems.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
They brought in
one of my bros actually won the Xbox One last year with Taco Bell.
Yeah,
It's very. I mean, I don't believe in that kind of stuff
I mean,
because
it's a smart business move. I'll tell you that much.
yeah, I'm eating Taco Bell is not worth the.
Yeah,
it's not worth it.
Yeah,
I mean, anything that have a system that's going to be covered in, taco skins though.
yeah, like, it ain't worth it to me.
Well,
My insides won't thank me.
I would free. Yeah, that's the main thing. For a free system, I would take a Taco Bell logo.
I mean,
If it's free.
So being that if
Yeah.
it was free, like, did it ever come with a quality like good space, or if it was just like something like a simple gigabyte type of system?
I think his was like 2 terabyte. So that's
Oh, then
pretty
yeah,
decent.
Taco Bell
that's
was
super
winning
deep.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you gotta understand, like, it ain't not a lot of people winning now.
Yeah.
Like before he won his, I still think it's a once in a lifetime thing. Like I didn't believe in it. It's like that little stuff in McDonald's with
Yeah,
the Monopoly.
the Monopoly.
Yeah, like
So like, people calling around trying to figure out who you got Park Place.
yeah, like they've been doing that since I've been alive, and I've never seen nobody win.
yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Honestly, I think with those, I think they be hiding specific ones in like certain areas.
yeah,
Like
probably
they'll send all the Park Places to one side of the globe and shit, and then send the
yeah.
other ones to
yeah. The only thing you win is free fries.
yeah.
Come on,
That's the
man.
only thing you could possibly win. It's like once in a lifetime. It's like finding the golden ticket with Willy Wonka and shit.
Yeah,
Hidden
come on.
marketing at its finest.
Yeah. So, back to the Dreamcast. You had one?
Nah, I told you,
You-
like, I
you
didn't
had
have one.
No. Like I said, I had to go to my cousin's house to always play it.
I had one, and I had the Sonic Adventure, and I had 2K, and I had Madden, and the graphics amazing, gameplay amazing. And then one day I think I come home from school or something, and it says that it won't read the disc.
Oh, that is the worst feeling.
Yeah, especially like I haven't even had in 6 months. That's all I have. You know what I'm saying? So I told my mom, and you know how parents are. They think like,
You broke it.
yeah, what you do, this and that. I'm like, oh, I swear to God, like I just cut it on. I ain't done nothing, and it just ain't working. So I guess after she like called around, like tech people was telling her like the Dreamcast was like real faulty. And so it was doing stuff like that, which is why the lifespan didn't last at all. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people was having that same problem. But yeah, I want to say like 64 held me down for like years.
The same thing for me, bro.
That was like the most durable
Yeah,
system
And-
ever. Yeah, like that's like that's a Nokia phone right there.
And
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
I think that was one of the first games that incorporated internal memory.
oh yeah,
That, as a matter of fact, now it might have been Super Nintendo, because they started that off where the save states for that. I don't think they had memory cards for the Super Nintendo.
no,
Right?
they didn't.
So
They
yeah, like Super Nintendo, because they did it for Zelda.
and did it for Super Mario too.
Yeah, Zelda and I think for Super Mario. Yeah.
yeah,
So you were able to. They had internal memory, so that you didn't have to go through like the whole arcade style. We had to beat the whole game in a day.
Well, regular Nintendo had that as well too, though. Cause my sister used to play the other Super Mario Bros. 3. That's my favorite one, and she used to like could save and cut it off and come back.
Oh, you right. They did have that on there.
Yeah,
So yeah, it started up like Nintendo was the first. Like I think that's when they started with Zelda. Was with the original Nintendo. I think.
yeah. Zelda's always been around.
Yeah, Zelda's been
Zel-
around for a break.
Zelda's like Mario.
Yeah,
Like, I think Nintendo when they created their first system, I think that Zelda, Mario, and Donkey Kong was 3 things that they just knew they were going to keep to the end of time. Which they keep doing.
Because actually, with Super Nintendo, that was the first time they brought out Mario Kart with Super Mario Kart.
You see, yeah, right.
But
right.
Mario Kart 64 is when they
And
perfected it.
And they broke away from the regular Super Mario Bros. And then came out with Super Mario World.
Yep.
Gave him his own.
Man,
His
I
own
mean
world.
they made a really good decision with that one.
Yeah, because Luigi,
I mean, but
shout
Luigi
out-
had
shout-
Luigi's Mansion though.
I mean, all
Don't
these
disrespect-
all these years later, yeah, but come on,
Hey, yo,
man,
don't
you know.
disrespect Luigi's Mansion. That was a fire game,
No,
bro.
Luigi just not marketable, man.
Hey, I mean, he marketable on that.
He is now.
On, You put him on like Luigi's Mansion. Like he's actually a really good character on Super Smash Brothers, which was another one of the fire characters.
That's
like,
where he got his notoriety. He got his colors there.
Like, can we just give props to Super Smash Bros, please?
Yeah.
Can we just
and Mario Kart for that matter.
Yes, man. Like
that
so
game
many
will never die.
so many aspects to those games. Cause with Super Smash Bros, like when they started off, they had like the whole arcade style, like you fighting up the ladder and then eventually you gotta fight Master Hand. Like nobody was expecting that. But in between that, they had like the little mini games that you would do, like the little targets and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
How many people like had actually like gotten all of the targets on there?
Yeah,
Like,
not a lot.
and then it was difficult.
Yeah.
Like, and then you can unlock characters, like you can unlock Luigi and stuff like that, and you can unlock Ness in the old one.
Yeah.
So it was so many aspects to it, even with Super Mario 64. I mean Super Mario 64, yeah, like you can unlock Yoshi.
Yeah.
And then what?
Which is probably my favorite Mario character, Yoshi. Yeah, I think it's a tie between Yoshi and Little Mushroom Dude.
Yeah, and then
Toad.
Yeah, Toad. Yeah.
Yeah, Toad was like a lot of people's favorite on Mario Kart 64. He's actually mine.
Yeah, I use Yoshi or Toad on all Mario Karts.
Toad and Yoshi.
So I have a question about a myth because, like, a lot of people, I heard that the reason why they like to use Toad for Mario Kart was supposedly because he was the fastest dude.
Yeah, he was.
That's what I believe.
He was.
I couldn't prove it, but in my heart, that's what I believe.
Yeah, because I mean they had the speedier ones, which well technically it was only like one, which was Toad, but then they had the intermediate ones, the ones who were like really well balanced, which would be
Yoshi,
Mario, Yoshi, Peach, and like
the other. I think it was another princess.
Yeah, I don't think Daisy was in that one.
Okay, later on. Oh, you talking about which one are we talking about? Still Super Mario Kart?
Yeah, Super Mario.
Oh yeah,
Mario Kart. Well, Mario Kart 64. Yeah. But then you had the real bulkier characters that was slow but could bully people.
Bowser.
Like Bowser, Donkey Kong, Wario.
Yeah.
So they had somewhat of a tier list. With,
shout out to Wario, man.
Yeah, Wario didn't get a lot of his
he didn't get
due diligence, but
the other one either.
Waluigi.
Yeah, Waluigi. yeah.
I mean, and the newer like Mario Kart Deluxe and them, like they get their
everybody's popular now.
Yeah,
it's so like they got Baby Yoshi, regular Yoshi,
and they got Link in that motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody. Yeah,
they even got the little like the little avatar from the little menu screen and shit.
Yeah.
I forgot what the hell they called it.
I'm a huge fan. I'm gonna actually get that.
Yeah, Mario Kart has always been one of the goats, bro. Like I don't care what system they put it on.
It's always
from Super Nintendo on to now. It's always been one of the goats.
Yeah,
it doesn't get like really its due diligence for its like earlier years. The only one that really got is flowers was Mario Kart 64.
Right.
But a lot of people they ain't taking into consideration Mario Kart Double Dash.
Yeah.
Like the Mario Kart that came out of that, like when they brought in like Mario Kart 8.
Yeah.
Like for the
Which was that's an excellent game. Yeah, I love Mario Kart. I had that on the Wii U.
Yeah,
I wanted to get it on the Switch, but I watched a little press conference the other day. I didn't want to buy it, and then Mario Kart 9. You know what I'm saying? So now that they didn't announce it, I feel comfortable like getting that.
Yeah, because I mean I haven't played any of like the newer ones.
Yeah, Mario Kart 8 is fire.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of gameplay. I know Mario Kart is fire.
Yeah.
Like every single last Mario Kart they've come out with is fire.
You couldn't. I never played one and been like, I don't know.
That's like one of those games you can't. It's not, like Mario Kart has always been one of those games where you can't just have it. Just like you can't just sit down and say, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Even Double Dash when I played it for the GameCube, I could still sit there and play that shit for a long time because it was fire.
Yeah. GameCube was an underrated system.
It was. People would look at that game and they was like, "Oh, this child's play. Like, it's not holding the candle to Xbox or the PlayStation 2."
Well, I kind of would agree, but it also still was underrated in my opinion.
I mean, it depends on
Did
what
you have
you.
one?
Yeah, definitely had one. Like
a GameCube.
Yep. I still got that one.
I had one.
I ain't got no accessories for it, but it's just sitting there, like looking pretty.
So I had the GameCube. I had the what was it? The little underpiece that you could play like your
Yeah,
Game
the
Boy
Boy,
Advance
yeah.
games and Game Boy
Yep.
games. Yep.
Yep, had the
I
for Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah,
You can use your
son.
own little personal Pokemon. Yeah.
I used to play Dragon Ball Z Legacy of Goku on that jump,
oh
bro.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That was fire,
Yeah.
man. Like can we jump into the Game Boy Advance real quick? Just real quick. Just give it
Yeah.
come on. We gotta
That's
give it,
Nintendo's getting all the love today.
man. Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire.
That's the last generation I played.
Yeah.
I didn't even get through it all the way, but I wish I would have.
Man, Ruby and Sapphire was so fire. However, like my favorite one was actually Crystal. It was like Crystal version was my favorite version, but Ruby and Sapphire, it was beautifully made.
And for those who don't know, Crystal is it's basically the yellow version of the red and blue, but
I mean,
for Ruby and Sapphire.
Actually, no. It was the yellow version for
For
silver and gold.
My bad.
Yeah.
Silver, gold, crystal. Yeah, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald.
Yeah, Emerald is the one
It's
with
coming.
Rayquaza.
Yeah, it's coming back to me now.
I
Yeah.
see. I totally advanced. I never left the island when it came to red and blue.
But that was my last. That was because I had fell in, like I couldn't play the game without keeping up on the show. And once I fell behind on the show,
Yeah.
I stopped playing the game. That's how it was for me.
Yeah, I mean, I played some of the later versions, but that was once I had emulators for it, and then I could just like do whatever.
Yeah,
But I mean, it does. They don't hold a candle to what it used to be.
yeah. The new one is actually fire though. I do have the new one.
Oh, you talking about Sword and Shield?
Yeah, I have Shield. I have Sword. My bad.
Oh, okay.
It's definitely decent.
Well, I mean,
But-
they eventually ran out of colors though, so I mean, might as well start using the equipment and shit.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because there was a time I seen they was using letters, X and Y, and black, white.
So the next jump they're going leather and suede.
Yeah, yeah. But I definitely did the red and blue thing. I had blue. Then I had yellow. Did the gold and silver. I had silver.
Yeah, I had silver and
Yeah.
crystal.
I feel like silver was like my favorite because it was like a game, and then you could go back and fight like all the red and blue. You can go back and do that too.
Yeah.
All in one game. That's what I'm big on. I'm big on like content. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like once you got through red and blue, you was kind of programmed that I can run through 8 towns and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whoop up on. Even though the little Pokemon League was a little different, they tried Lance and all that with the dragons. Like Mike said earlier, dragons was like
Man.
untouchable at this time. So yeah.
But like first and foremost, bro, I hate it with a passion, like the whole idea of your rival always being a step ahead of you for some apparent reason. Like Gary in that game pissed me off so bad. It seemed like every single town I get to, he's already been there. I'm like,
Yeah.
nigga, I just got here.
They need a game where you can be the rival.
Yeah.
Like you can go around bullying like the other person. You know what I'm saying? Like they
You
need.
just want to be the villain.
I mean that would be cool, right? Like I would be Gary though. But Gary had the girls. Ash was like a little kid. Gary had a car. You know, like Gary was alright. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he did. He had a car. He had the girls, like the cheerleaders following him
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
Cheering for him every time he fight.
He was related to like Professor Oak, wasn't he?
Yeah, that was his grandson.
Right. I'm like, come on, I be Gary now. Like,
That man get like all the special Pokemon for free and shit.
yeah. I'm like, yeah.
That man got all types of information and shit that nobody else got.
But nah, that was. So what was the Game Boy Advance?
The Game Boy Advance version was actually the Ruby Sapphire.
Okay.
And then Emerald versions.
Okay.
But I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, I played it. I lost it. I don't know how the hell I lost it. It seemed like every person I knew that had Ruby, it was like the luck of, like, it was just bad luck.
Okay.
All of us just lost it randomly.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like a ghost going around stealing all the Ruby versions and shit.
Yeah, I think I just sold mine. Yeah, I still got my blue version right somewhere though. Yeah,
I think I still got my yellow version.
Yeah, like that lineup I had, I just couldn't let go. Like, even to this day, I still be there, like, one day these joints might come back in style or something. Probably game probably don't even work no more or nothing. You know what I'm saying? In 20-something years and shit, but still, like,
Man, I got the vintage. Let me show y'all a young whippersnapper or something.
yeah. All right. So before we get back to the GameCube, because that's where we left off at, did y'all have a PS2?
Yeah.
I didn't.
I had
That's
a PS2.
actually the first system that really broke my heart, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
we got a
how the
heartbreaking
game
story.
starts up. It always starts up, with the beautiful sound of how it starts up, and then next thing you get that little red screen.
Oh yeah.
Or when you finally get the symbol, you get the PlayStation symbol, and you're like, all right, cool, yeah, it's about to start up, and then next it's just like, nah,
Can't
you
read the disc.
can't play.
Unreadable. Yeah, my friend had that happen to him.
Well,
Dog.
and correct me if I'm wrong, because like also PlayStation 2 was definitely like the game changer when, of course, that was the first system that was allowing you to play movies and stuff as well, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
so-
yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely like the GOAT for me.
Yeah, Sony, they marketing geniuses now.
Yeah,
Like,
they did the same thing with the PlayStation 3 when they put the Blu-ray player in.
yeah, Blu-ray. That's what a PS3. Yeah. I had a PS2 too. I loved it actually because we were big on wrestling,
Yeah.
and they used to have a ton of wrestling games and just shooting games other than Call of Duty. Like I feel like
Yeah,
nowadays
bruh.
we really just have the marquee shooting games, and then it's just nothing. But back then, it was just a plethora of things to choose from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro, they had Splinter Cell back then. That
Yeah,
Splinter Cell
stuff-
was fire.
Stuff like that, the nice adventure games and shit like that.
Yeah,
Like,
man. Now, like the only thing you get Tomb Raider, you get Uncharted and shit. And that's it.
Yeah, where's the diversity? What? Oh,
Yeah,
man.
bruh. Same thing with Xbox. You get Gears of War.
Yeah.
That's it.
I had a PlayStation 2. I had that one for years too, all the way up until like we had first moved into this house and somebody broke in.
Yeah. I remember this story.
Yeah, took my PlayStation 2 because at this time I was the man. I had like a PS2, I had the original Xbox, and I had the GameCube. And so I'm just on cloud nine, like I got everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then I come home from school one day and like I see stuff kind of like moved out of the norm, but I'm not thinking nothing. And then I cut the corner and I see the basement door open, and I'm like, I know for sure I closed it this morning. So something, maybe my brother came home or something. So I come down here. This is where everything is at. Computer, like same. Even though I didn't like have all this stuff up, I was still mostly down here. So like a bunch of my jerseys and this. Back then, like I told you, I was telling y'all off air earlier, when I worked at Six Flags, all I would do with the money was buy throwbacks. Right. So I got like 30, 40 jerseys, 30, 40 hats, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like I come down here, I see like the glass door is like broke. And so I'm like, damn, niggas done broke in this joint. Computer gone. I'm looking like all my jerseys gone, the hat's gone. I'm looking, I'm like, damn, nigga, Xbox gone, PS2. But they didn't take the GameCube. And it made me realize two things. I realized two things that day. Like, damn, somebody like super came off because that's a lot of money that they got, especially with them jerseys. You know what I'm saying? And two, I was like, damn, GameCube must not be as popping as I think it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause niggas, of course, I can make like the situation now. I'm like, damn, niggas was like, yo, we gonna take this joint too? Like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, GameCube. Nah, let him keep that jump, Slim. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be a funny idea for a skit, matter of fact. But, yeah, that's the last time I had it's the last time I had a PlayStation, actually.
Right.
Because when we did the report and went to court and all that, they gave me a lump sum, but it wasn't nowhere near what the stuff was. So my mother ended up taking some of the money and just giving me an Xbox 360 and a couple of jerseys. A couple. I lost like 30, 40, but she got me like 10 or something. Yeah, it was decent.
I can imagine how that feels.
I was heartbroken because it wasn't nobody else shit missing.
Oh, matter of fact, so I believe I told you the story, but obviously I know you haven't heard the story.
Uh-huh.
When I took a trip down to Virginia Beach with the family during hurricane season. Did I tell you that story?
You told me.
Oh, yeah. I was so fucked up about it. So, I mean, sometimes when you go to certain places, like, we got a beach house, you know, and So I was prepared for the worst. First of all, it was like in the middle of October, hurricane season, all that, and I was like, man, I'm bored. You know, I'm gonna be bored when I go. So I prepared myself for everything. I had a nice fit of clothes and everything with me, but I also had, I believe I had a Xbox as well at the time. Yeah, I brought my Xbox with me and my PS3 classic white joint. The joint just slides to the side.
Okay.
And so I brought everything, games and controllers. Lie to you not. So we ended up having power outages because of the hurricane and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I left with one of my cousins. I was like, man, I'm just so over this trip. I'm ready to go. And I was riding with one of my cousins, and it was flood everywhere. And I say maybe we was like probably a good 30 minutes to an hour out.
Okay.
And we got stuck to a point where and it looked like a horror movie scene, because where we had to get out at, it was water everywhere, trees on the side, so you can think anything is coming at you. But like up the road, it was like Deliverance. It was like farmhouses. And what made it no better, one of my cousins was like screaming help just to get somebody to tow us out of the water.
Okay.
But so we ended up having to go to the hospital because my cousin had a condition and everything. So we just had to go to the hospital, and we was there overnight. I came back, luggage was gone. Was not, wasn't in my cousin's truck or anything. And literally, if I went down and wrote a whole list of everything that I had, from clothes, shoes, systems, games, everything, and I literally rounded and estimated every dime that I had spent, and it came up to almost $3,000.
Okay.
Laptop was gone too. And that's when it had built-in 5G, all that. So I was like so upset when I came back. The only thing that I was able to come back home with was the games.
Damn. That's crazy.
And I'm like, somebody really came up. You got a laptop with 5G and a built-in SIM card that's going to reaccumulate after every month, like a cell phone.
Right.
And all of that. I'm talking about classic white PS3, all that stuff.
Yeah, that's the main thing I be thinking about. Like, damn, somebody else is just like living it up right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and this is back when I was sitting there like, man, on all of my devices, I could have had, the little tracking system, the little tracking apps or whatever on your stuff.
Okay.
And I was just like, nah, fuck that. I don't need that. I would never need that. Now I'm wondering where all that stuff is.
Yeah, that's crazy. Mike, you got stories?
Nah, bro, I ain't never been robbed. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
I ain't never been robbed, my nigga.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call that a robbery.
I mean, technically, nigga, that was a robbery.
Yeah, somebody definitely robbed. they gleeped.
They robbed you. They broke in your shit.
Yeah, they broke
and robbed you.
Yeah,
they broke into wherever his shit was and robbed him.
In the middle of the night, you must have really wanted something, because you walking like the water was up to our knees.
So they probably.
And this was an SUV. We talk about like this truck was like big like a Navigator.
Oh, okay.
And for it to get into the hood and everything and flood everything, the water was high.
Right.
So for you to decide like, I'm gonna walk down this, through the woods to this truck and see what's in it, you really must have been on some hard times.
Yeah.
So I can imagine a nigga just sitting on the side of the road and shit, just with a big ass water hose and shit, just filling that shit up and waiting for somebody to go past.
Yeah, bro, like it was terrible, bro.
Like that shit was pre-planned, bro.
About
had to.
duffel bag and a really big fat suitcase. I'm talking about big blocky joints on me, bro. Like, you look odd as hell walking around with that. And to be honest with you, like, I couldn't help but be paranoid and sitting there thinking, like, bro, that's probably one of the cops that came and helped us out too. Because we had the cops that came and brought us to the hospital.
I wouldn't put it past them either.
Yeah, them niggas, they be shady as fuck.
Yeah,
it was already shady as hell for the fact, like, and not to be like too corny and stupid about the whole situation, but I walked up to the cops with my hands up. First of all, I'm still in Chesapeake in Deliverance, and it's nighttime in the middle of the night, hurricane season and all, and I'm in a flood, and they were like yards away talking about, just get out the car and walk to us.
Right.
Yeah, you already shady to me. You was already shady to me. You wasn't even willing to help out as a cop.
Yeah, they probably had something to do with it.
But off that personal note, I mean, I got my Xbox. That's when I came and got the Xbox One S. So I felt like I came up afterwards And then I was like, okay, I guess I can forgive about the whole PS3. It was a little heartbreaking though, because that was a gift. It was a Valentine's Day gift.
Oh man.
So I was just like, yeah, and it's classic white. I felt very privileged to have it. When I had my first problem with it, I called dude for technical support,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, yeah, he's like, what's the model number? And I told him, he was like, you got the classic white one? I was like, yeah. He's like, nice. And I was like, yeah. I came up then. So, and it was real hard. And I got that on Black Friday too, at Walmart in the middle of the night. That was hard to get.
Oh, okay.
Damn,
Yeah, definitely.
that's some dedication right there.
Yeah, definitely a heartbreaker, man. Yeah.
I mean,
but it same thing like I said in my situation. You came out good, upgraded version of the Xbox. Mine was 360. His was the One S. So
yeah, because this is more recent and shit.
yeah. But yeah, ever since then I've never had a PlayStation. Just now got a Nintendo Switch. I've never been like, yeah, it was heartbreaking.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can only imagine. Like, I never got like my stuff like stolen. Like I can remember one time though, like I was over at my cousin Kevin's house,
Mm-hmm.
and I had just got in Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks.
Okay.
Bruh, that game was fire. I don't know if anybody else played that, but that was one of the little Mortal Kombat little adventure games where you can play as Liu Kang and Kung Lao, and you fighting in like a 3D style game where it's like a whole adventure you going on. You get to fight a whole bunch of different characters from the from the Mortal Kombat universe, and it's just like a beat 'em up type of game and shit. Like you can do fatalities like in the middle of fighting like a random enemy and shit like that. They had like combo fatalities and all that.
Okay.
And dude, I went over his house, and then I came back. I realized I forgot to jump. I was like, damn, bro, that was like one of my favorite games at the time. I was like, all right, man, what the fuck happened to the jump? I was looking at my bag. I was like, damn, I left it on my cousin's house. I called him. I was like, bruh, next time I come over there, I'm gonna get my game back and shit. Son, like, I went back over his house. He was like, man, I can't even find the jump. Or I think he came with my house. He was like, I couldn't even find it. And all that shit. Like, he kept telling me, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it jump. Come find out, like, years later, the nigga told me he fucking sold it and shit. I was like, yeah, you know what, you a bam ass nigga for that shit, Slim.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, I was like, the fuck?
That's crazy.
But I mean, I got over it and shit. That's still like my little brother and shit. I ain't got no problem with it.
Yeah.
Hey, but yeah, like that was like the closest thing I got to like something getting like stolen or some shit like that.
Yeah.
'Cause-
It's lucky. You just lucky, man. Like if you don't, you don't want that type of shit. Like
Man, trust me, I know, bro.
yeah. So, you still got the Xbox One? Like, what does everybody have now?
Yeah, I got the Xbox One, got the PS4. I mean, I ain't got the real newer systems and shit. I find it pointless to have the super new systems.
Well, yeah. Plus, they just came out, so
Yeah, man, that's pretty much at this point. It's like keeping up with the Joneses and shit. I ain't got no time for that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I got both. I got lucky to even have both because I just simply went and got the Xbox One, and I stuck with Xbox One because really I just wanted Killer Instinct.
right.
But I got lucky to have a PS4 because I found that. Like legit. So we was in a little warehouse getting like donations or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Shabak or something like that. And so, me and my cousin was just like going back and forth, like, hey, yeah, I got dibs on this and that. And he found some really good things, And I was like, man, you lucky. You real lucky as shit. But I was like, you know what? Cool. And I peeped and I seen a white box and I seen the emblem on it. I was like, oh yeah. I said, bruh, I got that box right there. He was like, all right, cool, got you. And then he paid attention and realized too. And I actually took the time to really open it up and take a look. And yeah, it was a whole PS4 sitting in it. So I was like, yup. Yeah, so it came with, I can't remember what Wrestling 2K it was, but, it had that virtual reality of Skyrim and the little wand and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, man, I got a VR too. But nah, it wasn't in it. But I was like, you know what, I just got the whole system. I'm cool with that. So, to be honest, when I only got a few games to start off with that,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe 2 is Ghost of Tsushima, Valhalla. You know, compliments to my cousin and then put me on for that one. And then
I've been trying to put Abe on that. He was like, nah.
Yeah, I just can't. Assassin's Creed, I don't know, man.
Yeah, then
I might cop the new one though. Eventually.
I actually like the idea of, for one. You know, I'm a big fan of Vikings. So
Okay.
I like to plunder and burn. So. But I was already on Assassin's Creed. The last one I had was Odyssey. I really love that. I like Romans too. You know, the whole gladiator type of thing. But yeah, Valhalla, I was just like, yeah, just the idea of running around with 2 axes in a hand. You know, something's wrong with me, and I enjoyed it. You know, walking around with Thor's hammer, smashing heads, and you know, it was cool, it was fun.
Oh, you actually unlocked Thor's hammer?
Well, I don't actually have Thor's hammer. I have a hammer, and I just like to pretend I'm Thor.
Oh, okay.
Nah, I ain't got no superpowers yet, but of course, I definitely got the notoriety just going around and stunning boats and all that other stuff.
No, I ain't gonna say nothing and shit. I ain't gonna try to spoil nothing for you.
Yeah, no spoilers, man.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is, but you know,
You might end up getting it and shit.
I don't like spoilers. I don't care about spoilers, me personally.
Just the fact, you know, just the whole adventure in itself is just fun. Now, if you do decide to get it, you probably learn like how I did, but yeah, stay away from the polar bears.
I remember this story, dude. Like it was difficult for me when I first jumped into Valhalla, because I'm the type of dude to explore everything. Like I'm going places I know damn well I shouldn't even be going to.
Okay.
I'm like level 12. I'm heading over to places that say 180 minimum requirement, 180, 240. Like I'm just starting the game out. I get hit one time, I'm already dead.
Like, you had the big broly dudes that's really just gonna put you in your place.
Right.
I also, you know, you don't ever have a Napoleon complex in Valhalla.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely gonna get set back. Like I said, and with the whole thing with the polar bear for me was literally like, cause it's a self-explanatory game. Oh yeah, you can hunt, you can kill things. You know, let me go ahead and try to collect all the hides, cause you never know, I might be able to create things, you know, weapons or whatever the case may be. And then I saw a polar bear, and I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna take care of this. I'm gonna handle this. And he looked like he's a good level. I wonder what I can make out of a polar bear. Really set me back real quick. It was like the bear was not having it. On top of that, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and try the method of just being in and out. Nah, polar bears was quick in that game.
Yep.
You can never find yourself running from a polar bear in that game at all. Like somebody was trying to be too realistic, trying to be like, yeah, you can't run from a bear in real life. Can't do it in the game either. And that joint definitely has him go.
Yep, and
it followed you everywhere.
And it has the lunge, like it's midway through its run, like so it's like really hard to expect it.
Okay.
So like in the middle of it running, like it'll just jump at you like unexpectedly, and it's still in stride. So it can remain running in full stride while attacking.
Like this is how ridiculous the moveset for it was. Like you can, you know how you got some characters that are actually charge up, they move, like you can see like they turn red or whatever, they do that. So of course it has an indication that it's about to strike you, but for some reason you just can't avoid it.
Okay.
So I was just like, all right,
Yeah, so if you get the game, avoid polar bears at all costs until you get to a certain level.
That'll be duly noted. So what other games?
Dude, I'm a big Smite fan.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like, hey, man, don't disrespect Smite till you try it, man.
I just say I know.
Hey, man, I'm a big Smite fan. Like, I've been playing Smite for, like, since, like, 2016. Like, I think I started in, like, season 4, season 5.
Okay.
Whatever one of those. It was when, I think Izanami was first introduced, I believe. I think maybe a little bit after that, Izanami was first introduced. And, you know, it's just a game where you're playing as different gods and stuff like that. And there's a whole battle, a giant battle arena type thing and shit.
Okay.
And it's really fun. It's very intricate. It takes a lot of practice in order to get good at it. There's a whole lot of different aspects to it. It's for both the intermediate, the beginners, and also the very well-versed and expert level players. So like, if you want to jump into that, like they have a game mode for you so you can like learn a little bit. They even have like training exercises so you can figure out how to play certain things, like the whole tutorial stuff. I've been trying to get Mark into playing it.
Yeah, I downloaded it and never started.
Yeah.
I really don't think that's my type of game, but
I definitely, I don't know. I mean, I'm curious. I just don't think I can actually hold my weight in there though.
Dude, like you start off at level 1. Like the people you play against, like when you start off at level 1, you play against bots who can't play. Like that suck.
But that's definitely a time-consuming game. I don't think I have the time to actually like invest into that.
You'd be surprised.
I mean,
Yeah, well, I don't, I'm more of a conventional gamer nowadays. So
Yeah, like you play Call of Duty,
Call
you
of
play
Duty,
2K.
2K, Madden.
Yeah,
games you can win money off of.
I'm not a gambler, but yeah, people
Yeah.
close to me, yeah.
yeah. I stopped buying 2K after 2K19. Like I mean, and then that was like the first one I had bought ever since like 2K like 16, 17, something like that.
Okay.
And then I mean, cause I was one of those dudes that I love 2K back in the
Yeah,
day.
definitely.
2K11 was one of the best, if not the best 2K I ever played, bro.
Yeah, definitely one of my faves. That and
Right.
2K15.
And well, so I don't know. This is probably too taboo for me to say, but I never really could get into any 2Ks. To be honest with you, I couldn't even get into Madden.
Oh wow.
Like,
not-
I got like I think the last Madden I really owned, me specifically, was probably 2007.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
the best
wow.
one, bro.
Yeah.
You own the best one.
Yeah.
The one with
So-
Sean Alexander on the cover. And
Yeah,
shit?
it was. Yeah.
That was the best one.
Like I couldn't get into it after that, but like as far as like sports games, like I like the wacky sports games though, like NBA Street,
Yep.
yeah,
bet.
NFL
Yeah,
Street,
that's
like
true.
those
Goats.
I got into
Those goats.
The NFL Street.
Yeah, you know.
I was
so-
meaning to mention those.
Yeah. Even back in the day, since we on that, the NBA Jam, remember that?
Oh yeah,
Man.
yeah.
Yeah.
That, I think that was one of the first 64 games I actually had.
Yeah.
We used to on the computer at school.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to download the
Yeah.
jobs until they blocked the emulate. And we did the whole proxy servers and all
Uh-huh.
this so we could download them on the computers again.
Yeah.
Then we'd be in computer class. People couldn't wait to go to computer class.
Hell yeah.
And that's
Definitely.
them playing NBA Jam. Like, oh, that was the go-to game for
Yeah, the
everybody.
Little Sonic them.
Yep.
What was his name? Pico.
Yeah, Pike. That was the
Pico.
Newgrounds.
Yeah,
Newgrounds was
Newgrounds, yeah.
yo. Newgrounds was like that. That was low key one of the goats, bro.
Definitely, yeah.
Newgrounds had some
Right
games, bro. They had some games. I remember I used to play Boxhead like religiously. I used to wake up specifically to play Boxhead. It was a little zombie game, and like it's like
it was-
waves and waves of zombies. That was fun.
It was like a little alien, wasn't it? Alien hominid.
yeah, alien hominid. and all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is Newgrounds even still up?
I don't know. I might
don't
have to
know.
look into that. I
Yeah,
got
like,
I
I'm
got me a
actually
computer
thinking about
now.
trying
I doubt it.
But,
That
like,
was
I was
like-
gonna say if it's still there, it's probably
like-
like nothing but like
That was like
Sound like-
that was
They had-
that was like 2004.
Like this back in the day, they used to have a little dating simulators too. This shit used to be funny as hell, bro.
Yeah, definitely. They definitely. Yeah.
Like they had the videos and shit like that. They had everything on that, bro.
Yeah. Newgrounds was definitely.
Like that was one of the goats. Like
Yeah.
as far as entertainment was concerned, like they had everything you wanted.
yeah.
Like you could spend hours on the computer on one website.
Yeah. And we damn sure used to do it too.
Wasn't that like the Newgrounds was like what the first YouTube ever? Or was YouTube
I'm not
actually
sure.
out before that?
It was around that time.
Yeah.
Cause I want to say, I don't know when YouTube started, but I know for sure. Like I think when I was in the 10th grade, we used to get on YouTube in school too.
Yeah, that was back when.
But it might have been fairly new.
people used to watch the little Kimbo Slice fights and shit. They used to
Yeah,
watch
it
them
was stuff
little
like that.
backyard brawl
Yeah.
jumps
Yeah.
and the little unforgivable.
Yeah.
Them, my
And
man.
people used to do like little fake little comedy stuff, but it wasn't like complex like how stuff is today.
Yeah, I mean they didn't have like a whole bunch of the resources, but
Yeah.
really they made it work, and they were popular because of it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
creative.
Yeah,
And
they
creative.
were.
Yeah.
Like I know that's why. Like early on in his career, nigga, hot damn I rock, my man Kane Carter, bruh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Son, like he was one of the pioneers, bruh.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Like he started off, he was just making random vlogs in his
Yeah.
videos. Like, and it was one of those cameras. It just looked like he recorded like the little cliche. Oh, it looked like you recorded that with a potato. That's what it looked
The
like.
stuff wasn't that good. Stuff wasn't that good back then.
It
Like, not
wasn't
at
like
all.
people recording with like Razor phones. And
Yeah,
shit
and
like
Razor
that.
was, and even though Razor was like the go-to phone, the camera was so trash.
It was,
just
bruh.
trash. Like, yeah, because we used to. I'm trying to figure out how we used to get good pictures from MySpace.
Son, them
we used to
pictures
do
look
something.
horrible, bro.
Yeah, if you go back and look at them, that part is
Yeah,
horrible.
them motherfuckers horrible, bro.
Shout out to MySpace though.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
MySpace to go. And then we gonna have a whole podcast on MySpace, bro.
Well, yeah, social media period.
Yeah. We gonna have a whole podcast on that. So y'all definitely can tune into that one.
Oh, yeah, I got some stories, especially because I started off with Black Planet, so.
Yeah, I came at the tail end of Black Planet.
Yeah, I ain't fuck with Black Planet like that.
I was fucking with it, but then it was like as soon as I made one, it was like a month or two later, niggas like, yeah, MySpace. I'm like, yeah. I got on MySpace. It was a rap.
Yeah, MySpace.
I fell in love. But yeah, so yeah, I'm more of a casual gamer when it comes to the. I do have a Switch though, so that's why I got the new Pokemon.
Yeah, you got the Pokemon. You got the
Super Mario Maker 2.
Yeah, Super Mario Maker.
One of the most out of control games I might have ever played in my life.
Yeah,
Super Mario Maker 2.
They went off the wall with like that started off really like people would just mod the old games.
Yeah,
and then like that's where Super Mario Maker came
from. Brilliant idea from Nintendo to capitalize on people modding and taking your games.
Yep, it was like the equivalent to the Kim Kardashian sex tape, when she just decided to market it. With Vivid and shit.
Yeah, it's a game where like you can get on it. Like say me and you, and we can make our own Super Mario boards for other people online to play. Right. And you can use a platform. You can use the basis from Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, 3, Super Mario World, all the Super Mario games from the past up until now. You can use to create a level.
Right.
Yeah.
That's actually that is real smart to capitalize.
Yeah.
Like,
so
boom, like give us money and we allow you to do whatever it is you need to do and capitalize on your creativity. I actually seen some people play in a couple of videos the most outrageous game ever. Like, what I'm saying? And the most common I hear is like, who the hell is the devil that made this level? It's
if you a troll and you run into one of them troll levels, that shit is crazy.
So it's some dudes that like they'll make a whole level like literally unbeatable, but then what they'll do is they'll create like a little secret little area.
The dead exit. Yeah. And on one of my videos, I found one because it's certain stuff that you just know niggas cheating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you supposed to jump off a platform and there's nothing else in sight, but you see the finish line like way over there. They don't give you no feather. They don't give. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do you make it? And then you just do little dumb. Just start jumping around. The next thing you know, you hit a block.
Yeah.
Jump on top of that block, hit another block, and you just hit like 10, 11 blocks, and up here's a door. You know what I'm saying? Go through the door, and then you fall to the finish line. Like, come on, bro. Like,
yeah, that should be funny as hell, bro.
Yeah.
It's a lot of YouTubers that made that into their niche. Like,
because Nintendo banned people for that. Like, you're not supposed to do that. That's cheating, essentially. Because when you make a level, in order for it to get uploaded, you got to beat it yourself first. So that's why they make the shows. Yeah. I would do it if I wouldn't get mad.
Yeah, like the thing is, but it helped out a lot of like YouTubers with their channels and stuff, because like there are a lot of YouTubers that they ended up becoming big specifically because of Super Mario Maker.
Oh yeah. Like, if my Mario mechanics was better, I would be more heavy into the game. I do videos here and there, but it's nothing I can't play on Super Expert or nothing like that. Like, you're not gonna see me twirling around 20 times and
they be off the wall.
Yeah, you see how they grab a turtle, throw the turtle, jump on top of the turtle that they just threw, bounce off this, back to the turtle, going like I can't do none of that shit, bro.
That takes some serious reflexes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Some of these motherfuckers are just like cat-like reflexes.
Yeah,
with
I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, I don't get it.
It's just wild. Like a lot of the things that you see that people can accomplish with the games, but it actually helps people understand how innovative gaming has become.
Yeah, very. I guess it's like each system kind of felt like had like a game where it was just like, because even though we all touched on PS2, I didn't bring up the fact that PS2 is when I first started playing Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, man.
And that everybody knows that game in itself is.
How can we skip something like that?
Yeah.
How?
So I was just thinking about like, damn, that was one of the games I used to always play on PS2.
San Andreas.
Yeah.
Goat Slim. I'm sorry.
Grand Theft Auto 3.
I agree to disagree though.
Yeah, because you like Vice City.
Yeah, I was gonna say
What?
like I mean, San Andreas was
Yeah,
not
I
a
don't
problem
know.
for me.
It
It
was
was
like the
cool,
first
and
place-
I was all for it because for the obvious reasons that I'm pretty sure everybody can agree for
Yeah, I
San
like-
Andreas. But for real, I would say Vice City. Yeah, I stopped at Vice City, and to be honest with you, I never played 4 or 5.
Oh yeah, I love them all.
See, if you play
I didn't
San
like Vice City
Andreas,
though. I didn't like Vice City.
I
It was alright.
I mean, I think I
I've-
just liked it specifically for the vibe, though. You know?
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah,
'cause
Miami.
Miami.
Yeah, laid back. I mean, yeah, all right. And when you first start off, you know, you got the Michael Jackson and all that.
Yeah, I mean, I started off playing Grand Theft Auto on the original PlayStation when it was nothing more than like a topographical view.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I had it on Game Boy. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I originally played that one. That was the first one I played.
Man. Yeah.
So my shit was
when
But
they
San
came out-
Andreas is the GOAT for me.
They,
I'm
ca-
sorry.
they came out with Grand Theft Auto 3. I was like, all right, now they got their head on straight.
Yeah, you know what's that? Grand Theft Auto was originally supposed to be a racing game, but they had to remarket it as a certain way because it was supposed to be like a little racing game where the cops will follow you, and it gets harder the more you play it, and they'll get more aggressive.
Yeah. But they wouldn't have done because you already had stuff like, which we also didn't harp on, Midnight Club and Need for Speed.
Yeah.
We already
Man.
had them type of, you know what I'm saying?
So shouts out to Need for Speed.
Shout out to Midnight Club too, though.
Son, I mean that too. Like 'cause that was the PlayStation like go to for a lot of niggas.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying
But-
earlier. Like, where are all these classics at now? Because
Yeah.
now you're just stuck with what Forza.
Yeah, Forza is like that, and they don't even make NASCAR no more. That's how bad this shit got.
Yeah, like
Like it's trash, bro. But I'm telling you, like Need for Speed was one of my favorite games. Need for Speed Underground 2 for the GameCube was one of my favorite Need for Speed games of all time.
Yeah, shout out to Need for Speed.
Bruh.
Most wanted was mine.
Yeah, shout out to Most Wanted too. But see, that's look.
Or no, before then, even the Hot Pursuit.
Okay,
Shit, but
I like
man,
that.
playing Need for Speed Underground 2 because they had like I forgot. I think it was Danica. No, it wasn't Danica Patrick and shit. It was like one of the other Jones and shit. So like she was a model or some shit. But she was like one of the main people who, like you talk to for like information around the city.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like it was so many different cars you could choose from
Okay.
and upgrade your car, and then you had to find like it was like an open world game. Like you finding a whole bunch of different garages, and each garage has its own little special ability and stuff like that, and you unlocking stuff and then you will just randomly just find like different types of races and stuff like that. So it was just this giant open world game
Okay.
where you're in a car, you never see who's in the car. You're just driving. Like, and it was so many different aspects to the game. And the fact is that it's so simple but so complex. Cuz I'm just looking at a game where the concept is driving, but it's still so much to do.
Right.
Like that's really hard to do. To make something so simple into something amazing like that.
Right.
Which is another reason why I loved it so much. And I love Burnout too, like Burnout
Yeah, shout out to
Revenge.
Oh, yeah.
And
Burnout
and-
Revenge
and
was-
Paradise.
Like
Yes.
yeah, but
That was actually a good stress reliever. Finally, somebody's just like deciding, screw just racing. You know, you have all these opponents where you just really want to just deal with them real quick, and
Yeah.
finally
Right.
you got the opportunity to just knock them off the board.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, cause that one they allowed you to do the little the takedowns.
Mm.
Yeah, and then you could like knock cars into your opponents and stuff like that. Like it was so perfect. Like if somebody pissing you off during the race, man, let me knock them out of the race real quick.
Yeah. Where's all that stuff now?
I mean, a lot of people lose creativity, and for real, they also lose financial backing because the people who are making the games now, they get so much of a financial backing because they have like microtransactions. Like if you don't have microtransactions in
Yeah.
your games,
Yeah.
they think it's not going to sell unless it's like a really good storyline behind it.
Right. I wish they would just at least attempt to be more diversified.
Yeah, I think that's what also actually bring a birth to games now that actually have adaptability.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and shout out to the games that do that now, where it just get harder and harder. I mean, despite the fact that you still got the same storyline.
Right.
But, I still like the fact that it gets harder and harder, becomes more challenging, so you can still work your way up the ladder. Because a lot of people just like to go for, competicism for that.
Right.
So, I definitely I actually, commend people who came up with the ideas of doing that. And I believe the first game I even had that even did that was Wild Hunt.
Okay.
Oh, you talking about The Witcher?
Yeah. And then, of course, there was the Assassin's Creed and so on.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I definitely enjoy games like that, So, I mean, the financial backing, I understand. But, coming up with the creativity, I guess, it's just to like to have, the difficulty levels to really pick up off of that.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Like I said before, I jumped into Dark Souls.
Right.
That's actually considered to be one of the hardest games in like pretty much ever. Like that's what people are voting in, is like one of the hardest games ever. Like it has a whole series: Dark Souls 1, 2, 3. It also has the Bloodborne series, and they also have the Sekiro, like made by the same people.
Okay.
So they're big on making their games challenging.
I'm afraid to even play that.
What, Dark Souls?
Sekiro.
Oh, Sekiro. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
I
I
thought you
got
said
it, and I
Saints Row.
heard I be on YouTube. YouTube is my TV now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and I've seen people like really make video skits of like just how trash Sekiro is. Like they really can't stand it. I'm like, bro, I actually own this game. Like Shadows Die Twice. I was so excited, and I actually bought that game on accident
Okay.
because my intentions was to get Ghost of Tsushima, but I did not know that Sekiro was not that.
Okay.
And so I got it, and I was like, okay, cool, fun. I finally got it, and I'm gonna have some fun with it. And like, I got bored with the first level, and I stopped. But then like, I was thinking about coming back to it, and I just like seen these videos about like how the level is and how character, enemies are and stuff like that. And I was like, do I really want to play this shit now?
Right.
And I was just sitting there. I was just like, I don't think I'm gonna ever touch you. And so it was just
Man,
like
intimidated by the game.
But I think for my Dark Souls, my level of Dark Souls is actually Devil May Cry.
Oh, okay.
Devil May Cry. It doesn't hold a candle to Dark Souls as difficulty is concerned,
Decent though.
but I mean it's still.
I like the hype though.
Yeah, I mean it is. Like I mean I played games like that. I played like Bayonetta and like Dante's Inferno and stuff like that. Like Dante's Inferno is actually a really good game.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't give it the credit that it deserved.
I hear Bayonetta was a good game too.
It is. Bayonetta is a really good,
Yeah.
a really good game. Like the first one was for like all platforms, besides like the Wii, but then the Wii U actually picked up the second version,
Right.
and it wasn't available for any other game but the Wii U, which is why they were able to incorporate Bayonetta into the Super Smash Bros. Series.
Right.
She was actually considered a cheat, and people weren't allowed to use her in the Super Smash Bros. Series because, like the competitive version is like because she was too OP, like people couldn't use her.
Okay.
So, and she was like her games, the Bayonetta games were
Yeah, I heard
gorgeous.
I heard they were good.
like the first game. Like I remember initially playing the first game, and I saw how good the game looked, and it was just like it was very vibrant, colorful, and the storyline was really well done, and it was like just off the wall. Like you're playing as a witch
Okay.
who's like trying to figure out who the hell she is and what's going on with the world and why are these angels coming to attack her and stuff like that. And then later on in the game, you find out like she was a part of this covenant because like she's later, like in the game, like she's finally like unlocking memories the further she goes, and coming to find out like she was a part of this covenant and stuff like that. And she eventually takes on God and wins. It's so many different aspects to the game. Like I don't want to just jump into it and like give you the whole
Right,
spiel because
right.
I mean some people probably haven't played the game. They might want to give it a try.
No spoilers. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, she's like the games were just so well thought out and put together. Like, and that's a lot of things that is lacking nowadays because you look at games like that and you're just like, where are these games?
Right.
But then you look at the state of what is selling, and it's microtransactions and shit.
Yeah.
Like you see people buying 2K every year, you see people buying Madden every year, Call of Duty every year.
The VC.
Yeah,
and,
these like, and then they reset the game. Like they take down servers after a couple years, just so you have to buy the new ones.
Right.
So it's just like you look at that and like that's what's selling. People are going to continue to buy into that.
Right.
And like as long as people continue to buy it, they're going to continue to make piss poor games
Facts.
with a whole bunch of microtransactions because that's what's going to make them money, and that's what people have been programmed to like.
And supporting with,
Yeah.
with the transactions, because now you done spent so much money, you done bought 3 games essentially.
Yeah, you bought
know
3,
what I'm
and then the next year you're going to buy 3 more
3
games.
more, yeah. So you done quadrupled the sales basically. You know what I'm saying?
It's like,
Yeah.
and they have like the little pre-order version, like you get like the $100, like the $100 game version.
Right,
You get
right,
like
right,
a
right.
100,000 VC, the way you level up to like overall like 80,
Yeah. Which essentially is just the same thing.
and then you have to actually play through like a couple of games just so you can like level your character up.
Right.
Like they can't even like you can't even max the character out if you have all the VC. You have to actually play the games
Still to
in order to
progress,
get yeah.
And you gotta get badges and there's a lot of stuff with
Yeah,
it.
a whole bunch of dumb shit.
Yeah.
I remember in 2K11, like you can just like if you had the skill points, you can level the nigga up immediately.
Right. And you get skill points no matter what you was doing. You could be playing head to head.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, it's very different.
Blacktop playing Blacktop in
Yeah.
2K11.
Crew,
Goat.
crew mode. That's what we used to always do.
Yep, goat.
The crew mode.
Finding like 8-foot fucking Steph Currys and shit.
Very was super shocking the first couple of times we seen it, but once we got our feet under us, we used to whoop them too.
Man, it was people that was so big, like you couldn't even see them on the screen. It was like
Yeah.
half of a body on the screen.
Yeah.
Like in order for them to dunk
top-
the ball, they got to fall through the
yeah,
bottom of the
top
screen.
the top of your TV was somebody's waist. like, what makes you want to cheat?
I don't
Like that.
I don't know,
Why
bruh.
you need, like you playing basketball? I get the you see the team come out. It's an 8-foot LeBron. I get that. Why do you need somebody out the screen?
I don't know.
What,
like-
or was that just somebody saying like, well, how far can we push this?
yeah, I think that might have been the case. Like,
Either
how far can we
curiosity
go?
or like a high level of frustration. Like,
Yeah, because I remember like the little 2K little editor little app thing that you can get on the computer.
Mario.
Yeah, Mario little
Uh-huh.
John. Like I had that, and I did it like just out of random. Like I thought like maybe I could just make a random dude. It was like, all right, he already maxed out. I'm never gonna play him online. I just wanted to see if I could do it. Cause remember like when you was playing online, people would name they characters like really weird names.
Or they'd name them after the NBA players, but it'd be like a different variation. Like one time we was playing against somebody, and they made a big Doc Rivers, but his name was Dr. Rivers. you know what I'm saying? And it's just like little stuff like that. Like it'll be just like a variation of their name. We played against somebody that had like a real small person too. And their name was Nicki Minaj and shit. And it was like a real, like the same size as the basketball. And like, I never forget, because the game had started. And I'm like, damn, why the ball just rolling down the court by itself? You know what I'm saying? By itself like that. And my man was like, I think it's somebody dribbling that joint. And I'm like, I'm looking. And I come up close to the TV like, damn, it is somebody like, you know. And nigga could dunk and everything though. Like, he driving down the lane, raise up. And I'm like, yo, this nigga like 1 foot tall. And just rose up though, you know what I'm saying? Like, off some Space Jam type shit.
Yeah, bro. Like that used to be like some of the charm that 2K11 had.
Yeah.
Cause I remember like when I made my dude, like I made him like he was like 7 feet tall, a left hand shooter, had yellow hair with a
Yeah.
yellow beard. He was ugly as hell.
Yeah.
And I named him. I was like, his name was You a Ugly Dude. I spelled it Y-U-A as in you and then U-G-L-I-D-U-D. You a ugly dude.
Yeah.
Son,
Yeah.
I
that's
never played him online. I just wanted to see if I could make him.
Yeah, if I would have made one, I would have used it. But I was good without. We was good without it. But it was just funny to see like you know the different like type of stuff that people was being creative with.
Yeah, like people used to drop motherfuckers off like when you got good at the game.
Yeah,
Like that was a game where you needed skill. You didn't. You couldn't
like
just
that-
cheese 3-pointers and shit like that.
That 9-foot shit really ain't matter if you wasn't good.
Yeah.
If you wasn't good, you wasn't gonna be good no matter what kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you couldn't just randomly just dunk on niggas just because you got badges to do so and shit.
Yeah,
Like you had to.
Nowadays, I'd be petrified if I seen a 10-foot nigga walk on the court. You know shit is over with.
Yeah, especially if the nigga can shoot threes. and shit,
Yeah.
Like
You can't stop it. You can't stop a regular nigga from dunking on everybody. Now, you know, man, I would be terrified nowadays if I see a 10-foot nigga.
especially if the nigga like he a 7-foot tall point guard and shit.
Yeah.
My man got all the skills of Steph Curry. And shit.
Yeah, because we would play. Like I'm telling you, it'd just be like they'll have the exact name. It'd just be like either their real name, like it was like a Steve Nash, but his name was Steven Nash though. Like Steven instead of Steve, you know what I'm saying? Or Raymond Allen. It'd be Ray Allen, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on,
Yeah, they
man.
see niggas like they make like literally like King James and shit.
Yeah.
Like, they would throw some wild ass shit out there, bro.
Yeah, then remember towards the end, because eventually 2K fixed it eventually, but towards the end, niggas started using celebrities and shit. Like niggas had like Jamie Foxx and yeah, that was good time.
It was,
was
bro.
good
It was so much to do, bro.
Yeah, 2K11 was probably like because of that, 2K11 was probably my favorite.
Man, like, it just has so much charm, bro.
Yeah, because niggas just cheating the system.
Like everybody hated the little mentor that you had 'cause he would coach you in before like every game, talking about some dumb shit.
Yeah. I don't be liking that on 2K. I don't be liking like the story modes and shit.
Fuck them.
Some of the story modes is good, but I don't be liking that.
Them Jones trash, bro.
Have a nigga in my ear all the time and shit.
Yeah, them niggas trash, bro.
This nigga Mike critic.
Nah, bro. Like I legitimately hated the Spike Lee version. Like that joint was
That's
trash.
the best one.
No,
That's
it
the best,
wasn't,
That's the
bro.
best joint.
That joint was fucking trash, bro.
What 2K was that? What was that?
That was 2K, I think, like
17?
Nah, it was like
16?
2K. It might have been 17. That
17?
joint fucking trash, bro.
You play 2K17?
Nah, he told you, bro.
Yeah.
No 2Ks.
The
Except for
storyline.
wrestling. But other than that, I
The
don't play.
storyline was like that.
No, it wasn't, bro.
Bruh,
That shit was fucking stupid.
You in high school, bruh, and you good. Or was you in college? I think he was in
He
college.
was in high school. He
Yeah,
didn't
you in
make
high-
it to college yet.
And your best friend a knucklehead and shit. And I forgot how it go because it's been a few years now. So I think like
I still remember the shit.
the whole time while you ascending to the league, like Cuz is just out here wilding, like making these bad decision after bad decision.
Fucking people up like in the club, like he's crashing your cars that you bought, like getting your car like towed and shit. Like then you got the cops calling you, and now your GM about to trade you because your friend is not making smart decisions.
They telling you to stop being friends. The team telling you to stop
Yeah.
being friends with them and all that. So you gotta make like a little decision or whatever.
Huh. He was a bad human being from the beginning.
Nigga wasn't Mike.
He
Tyson,
was.
He was just a regular like
No,
knucklehead. He was just a
a
knucklehead.
bad human being from the beginning. He gave zero fucks about the main character.
Nigga cared about you.
He
just
cared
is a
about
knucklehead.
himself.
This is a knucklehead.
He cared about
And then-
himself.
Then he what was it? The draft night where he died.
No, it wasn't the
It's-
draft
it's
night.
some-
It
it's
was
something you
after
was at.
after the first season, he ends up dying, and then you get a chance to go to whatever team you wanted to go to. I remember I played the game.
Yeah, I played it
I
too,
played it
just that.
over multiple times, and I tried skipping like
But I don't
every
think I
time,
don't
bro.
think it was after the first season though, because I ain't never played career mode like throughout the whole season. I think he died before the first season was over though. It was some,
All right, it was
some
probably
event.
before. It was probably before the first season was over,
Yeah, it was
but it was
some
like
event
after
you
you got traded and shit.
It was some event you was at, and you up on the stage. You know how they be giving a little press conference, and you giving like the little press conference, and like he wondering why his mans ain't there and shit. And then like after the joke, I think it was somebody pull him to the side.
Yeah,
somebody
then
pull you to the side.
Told him he got into a fucking car crash.
Yeah, he
and
got
shit.
into a car accident. The car that you got him and shit, he crashed it, though. He ended up dying or whatever. I'm like, bro, that storyline was good.
Nigga, I was happy that a nigga died, bruh.
This nigga, bro.
I
was fucked
I
up. I'm
applauded.
Like, bro. Man,
I applauded that nigga died,
I was
bruh.
like, damn, bro, my man gone.
No, bruh.
I'm about to get this championship for you.
No,
bro.
son. Like, all he did, like, he even came up with a name that was literal dick riding. He called himself FOF, like friend of freaking. Used that to play people into liking him because he had no friends really. If it wasn't for you, he wouldn't exist really.
Bro, it's a tough world, bro.
No,
Everybody
bro. He
got a
was
plethora of
he
friends,
was
man.
fucking up on purpose.
No, he wasn't, man.
Yes, he was.
This was a
And then
knucklehead.
and then when he called him out, he threw that whole thing in his face and was like, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be here.
I mean,
because
he was wilding. He was wilding with the. All right, so what about after when he died and he left that little letter though?
when he left that letter, I was like, why did you even leave me? No, I was like, why did you even leave me a letter? I still don't care.
Nigga left a letter basically apologizing for all the shit that he had done. And
by that time, you had already gotten traded from your first team that you was on. Like, he'd already destroyed like 3 of your cars and ruined your life already. Like, oh, I apologize now that I'm dead. Like, if I was still alive, I'll still be doing the same thing.
You get real personal with the homie now.
So I got real, like, I literally,
it's your bean.
I hated it that much, bro.
Mike act like bro was fucking this girl or something.
No, I hated it that much because it's like, you made a legitimate stereotypical like black moment and just glorified it. I was like, I'm done.
I feel like 2K. I feel like 2K, man.
2K catered.
If 2K would pull me to the side and tell me to make a story mode, my story mode would be gritty.
Son, 2K has been.
You would be like balling in high school, and me and my bros talked about you be balling in high school. You on your way home for practice or something. You know, drug dealers pull you. Hey, you want to make some money? You know what I'm saying? My shit gonna be in the hood. My shit gonna be in the trenches. My story mode on 2K. You gonna have to fuck around and get shot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. They wouldn't want me to direct that shit. I think that shit was sweet though.
No, nigga, that's just fucking trash, bro. Like, keep that shit where the hell it was.
All right.
Nigga, that was the worst storyline I ever had and shit. I remember when I first tried to make a character, I was gonna try to make like a foreigner. Couldn't even do it because he had a black voice. Like, how the fuck did it sound like my nigga from Slovenia? He sounded like he from uptown Harlem and shit.
That's what it was at.
Like, exactly. Like, you
So
gonna
the
give him a
story is in
storyline
New
the way
York.
he's already set. Like, you can't make anything other than that. There's no creativity in it.
But that shit was dope. Shout out to Spike Lee, man. All right, so
I like his movies, but I ain't like that game. I'm sorry.
that shit was fire.
Fuck that. That game's trash.
So before we get up out of here, any final thoughts on video games as a whole?
Hey, let's give Mark a
Yeah,
look.
because we did y'all like this.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I ain't mind at all. But really, I really don't have no final thoughts for anything as far as like creating new game content for real. Definitely, one of the things that was brought up earlier was like just bring back the classics.
Yeah.
Definitely bring back the classics. I'm still big on the adaptability. I definitely want to see more creativity. Like bring back games kind of like Metal Gear Solid. That was created. First of all, Metal Gear Solid had some bomb storylines.
Facts.
Like especially the one with Raiden. Talk about his past, how he became the super soldier, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was wonderful. And you got games that's breaking the fourth wall. Like you got a game that's reading memory cards of what it is that you was playing and everything. Like, come on, bro, that was trippy, bro.
Right.
Like, make more games like that. Like I play those all day, every day.
Yeah. Army of Two.
Oh yeah, like Army of Two was fire.
Ghost Recon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They used to have like it was a lot of it, like Spec Ops: The Line. Like they had a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
Like Spec Ops: The Line, like you come to find out you murdered a whole bunch of people at the end of the game. It's just like the whole storyline was just a build up that like you being the bad guy, like you murdered a whole bunch of people and you're just going through like this little psychiatric like acid trip.
Mm-hmm.
Sound like a game of Far Cry.
All
Man,
right, so
yeah.
question, right? Remember how we was talking about the Super Smash Brothers and the Mario Kart and all that earlier?
Mm-hmm.
If I was to acquire these games, would y'all be up for a game day?
Oh
Indeed.
yeah,
No question.
For real?
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a bet.
Yeah, go ahead, get
Because
them.
I ain't got no final words on video games other than what we've been talking about.
I mean, I do. But I mean,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. Bring back the EA Big games, bro.
Dope.
EA Big
Yeah.
had some terrific games. Man, NFL Street,
Classic.
NBA Street,
Classic.
FIFA Street.
I never played that.
But that's one thing you owe to yourself to play FIFA Street. It's frustrating as fuck.
How?
Like, nigga, I got
Bring back the classics, man.
Man,
I'm with
and-
Mark, man. Bring back the classics.
it. And they had SSX like the snowboarding Jones.
Yeah, bring back those.
Man.
What? Yeah,
Man.
Tony Hawk and all
Yeah,
that.
bruh.
What?
Those big
I mean, they
facts,
actually did bring back Tony Hawk, like the original Tony Hawk Pro
Man,
Skater.
come on, man, give us something new, man.
Yeah, but that SSX, bro, I still play it to this day. Like I got SSX 3
Okay.
on my Xbox One. Like you probably see me playing it
I
from
think I
every
have
now
though.
and then.
Yeah, I think I have.
Hey, that was one of my games, boy. I
Yeah.
used to dog niggas in that joint, and then they came out with SSX on tour. Then they remarketed SSX on the Xbox 360,
Okay.
bruh.
I'll pause right quick. Speaking of EA, bring back Fight Night, please.
Oh, yeah,
Okay, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead, Mike.
Man, like, it was a lot. Like then doesn't EA have UFC?
Yeah, but they bringing that out. Like why that's because it seems like when they bring out one thing, the other thing just falls off the face of the earth.
Yeah, you got a point.
And then why can't we just get 1 year? You wouldn't even need to do boxing every year,
You remember Fight Night Round 2, bro?
man.
When I tell
Rocky.
you I burned out the rubber on my controller,
Come
bro.
on. Rocky remember you used to hit the haymaker button,
Yup,
and Rocky would just one punch knock out you.
man.
Lights get the flashing and all that.
Son,
I love Fight Night Round
Son,
2.
career mode was hard, bro. Like those little mini games, man, them bitches was hard. Like the little heavy bag jumps,
Yeah.
and then sometimes the little weightlifting ones, man.
Yeah.
There was so many aspects to that game. Like you can like literally build up your dude, and once he get older, oh man, you start to feel it.
Yeah.
Like once he hit like 30, man, you take a couple of hits, you stumbling.
Yeah.
Like you really gotta be technical. You can't just throw haymakers like you used to in your 20s. Like you gotta be like real smooth with it, like Floyd and shit.
Yeah,
like
Mayweather,
you gotta
Realism
move.
at its finest.
Yeah. Bring back Fight Night, man, please.
Yeah,
NCAA football too.
they're bringing that back.
Yeah, hurry up.
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, they're actually bringing back NCAA.
I'm not saying I'm just saying hurry up. It's been too long. It's been,
But you know,
I'll take that over Madden.
that's gonna be full of microtransactions too, bro. They probably gonna put Ultimate Team in that shit too. Like
I don't think they will. It's college.
this EA.
It's college
It's
though.
EA.
But it's college.
It's EA.
You can't build a.
They
Ultimate
are
Team
a shady company,
Well, you
and
probably could. I don't even play stuff like that. Just give me the game where I can play with college teams.
Sound
I like the atmosphere way better.
son, but
than
the
that.
whole time, like they was making NCAA for years and weren't paying them shit.
Facts. Oh yeah, so they do got job change now. What else? That's about it.
Yeah, but for me,
Yeah.
EA big, bro. And then bring back the ESPN 2Ks. Bring those back.
Can't. Madden knocked them out of
I
commission.
know, they actually, I think that eventually they're gonna lose the rights and shit. For
Oh
that
yeah,
shit
hell
they
yeah,
doing.
hell yeah.
Yeah, I think-
Madness. Whenever that time period is up, madness. I
Son, ESPN 2K5, fire. The one with T.O. on the cover.
think definitely is fire.
Man, that game, like,
And
honestly,
and $20.
some people were still, like, people
Couldn't
still
do
play
that.
that game to this day. They updated the rosters and everything. And they're saying, like, that's actually the best football game mechanically of all time.
Yeah, I wouldn't play it. I would need an updated version. Way updated.
No, like, they have it, like, but it's for PC only, though.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, like,
I might gotta get
updated,
in-
like,
I might gotta get in, 'cause
HD, all
we
that
didn't talk about that at all. I might gotta get into PC gaming because you can mod any and everything on there.
Oh,
shit. Yeah, but,
Yeah.
Free range everything on there.
yeah, I mean, I got some PC games. Like, I play, I'm a big fan of Civilization. I'm-
Farmland and all that shit.
Yeah, like, it's
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
a turn-based RPG. Yeah, stuff like that. No, when I say I'm a gamer, bro, like, it's, like, literally, like, not a genre I haven't stepped into.
Okay.
Besides,
why
like-
why don't you like stream or something?
Nah, not my cup of tea.
Not to cover. Don't take away from.
Nah, it's just like I like to be like if I'm playing a game, I like to be like to myself and shit. Like I'm quiet, I'm playing. I'm usually just listening to music
Yeah.
or stuff like that. Cause if I'm playing like Fallout or something, like I'm gonna listen to my like my old blues music, or I'm gonna listen to some oldies and stuff, something that fit the atmosphere.
Okay.
But if I'm playing Smite or something, I'll listen to whatever.
Yeah.
Like just earlier today, I was playing Smite, and I was listening to some Master Ace.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people don't know who Master Ace is, but yeah, I was listening to him. I listen to like Schoolboy Q, some Absol, bro. I listen to anybody while I'm playing Smite. Like yeah, on my phone right now, I got like 3 different like apps open, like YouTube Music, the like actual regular YouTube, and like my music player.
Gotcha.
Like one has the Weekend Trilogy album on it, like playing, but I haven't finished up with it yet. Well, I finished up with it multiple times, but that's neither here nor there. Then I have like the little blues playlist being like being played because I was playing Fallout after that. Then I got underneath of that I was Master Ace.
All right.
Yeah, like this. It depends on the atmosphere. Like I said, I play anything. Like I really enjoy soundtracks more than anything. Honestly, with video games, like if you got a good soundtrack, you reel me in.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
a lot of games have good soundtracks.
Madden 07. Well,
And
yeah, that had that soundtrack.
I don't remember at this point.
Man,
oh,
they had
speaking of
that.
soundtracks though. Yeah, shout out back to GoldenEye for that one, cause
Yeah, I remember those.
the highest, beat, making for a soundtrack was definitely GoldenEye. Like I understand like how you could not want to make another game like that with music like that.
Man.
That literally made the game itself too.
Right.
I mean, you probably never played Zelda then, if that's the case. Man, that's,
Well, Nintendo is
Here or
Nintendo
there.
is Nintendo.
yeah, they're goats when it comes to
Yeah,
soundtracks. Man. Like Final Fantasy and shit like that. But
Yeah.
that was like they have terrific soundtracks.
Yeah, Nintendo is they're in class of their own.
Yeah,
I think.
because I think Final Fantasy, like the older versions, like those came out on they were on the Super Nintendo. They had it, but I mean that wasn't like the original. I think the originals were PC.
Gotcha.
But yeah, they were fire, bro.
Definitely
Like, I can
fire.
still play them to this day. I've been playing them on my phone, like the Super Nintendo versions. Like, and it not only were the games great, like they were lengthy, and it took a lot for you to get like further along in the game.
Yeah. So before we go, we want to plug the social medias.
Well, I mean, we kind of like plugged ours already.
Yeah, I'm talking
Marcus
about the special guest.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I'm not too big on social media, but of course, there's the gram right now, and I'm definitely thinking about changing the name. But yeah, catch on to it as soon as you can. It's MH_Columbus Mars. Of course, Mark Harper on Facebook. I'm not hiding, and YouTube soon to come. So I ain't got no name for that yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
like he's gonna be doing a podcast eventually by himself called Kicking and Screaming.
Indeed,
Dope.
And
straight jackets and all.
yeah, well, before we go, would you like to give him a idea where that idea came from, like the Kicking and Screaming
So
podcast?
cool little story. I'm just sitting there rapping the mic, and basically, I'm just coming up with ideas to continue with my creativity.
Mm-hmm.
And I just told Mike, I was like, yeah, I want to do a podcast. So Mike, of course, being the incorrigible fellow that he is, he's like, yeah, man, you should definitely do that. He's like, in fact, no, you going to. And I was like, yeah, there's a lot of haste in your voice about that. And he was like, nah, dude, like, all these conversations we have, and I'm tired of you, like, not acting on it. So it's like, yeah, man, we're going to do this podcast. And so he's like, we going to do this podcast kicking and screaming. And I was like, you know what? That's actually going to be the thing. That's going to be the brand name for Kicking and Screaming. And, of course, I came up with a little idea of how I'm going to introduce that. That's why I said straight jackets and all, because, like, I'm definitely that wild dude, but I will go kicking and screaming as well, just for the fun of it.
Right.
And Mike is going to have to be the guy who's going to do that. He's going to have to be,
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's where that idea came from, So soon to come.
Yeah.
That sounds like a very dope. Can't wait to, tune in for that. You all should as well.
Yeah, bro.
Is it anything else?
Man, not really much. I mean, just do the little random plugs. Like, if y'all want to do some short film stuff, like we want to do some, like pretty much anything. Like, as
Comedy
far as
skits,
film, like photography, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Photography, yeah. You got it.
interviews and stuff. I mean, we just did an interview with Mike, aka The Success Story, with him and his mom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just that uploaded. I think they uploaded last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they uploaded. Matter of fact, I think it was that Saturday before. Because it was right before
Yeah. This
Valentine's Day.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we do pretty much everything. Like, if you want to be a part of that, like, hit us up. Like, no problems at all.
Yep. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube,
Yeah.
Spotify.
Yeah, we're kind of working into Spotify and
was it, Apple
Apple and
Music?
stuff like that.
Yeah.
We're working into that.
That's later on down the line.
Yeah.
But this has been another Breaking the Narrative podcast, BTN for short. And we out.